tell everybody here what it was that happened to you and what it took for you to go inside yourself to try and overcome those challenges.
You want me to start at the beginning?
Pretty much like you did on the radio show with Byron recently.
So you want me to start at the very beginning?
Yes.
Okay. Right, well, with my life, I have experienced domestic violence from the age of 13. And I've experienced sexual abuse when I was a child. I experienced sexual abuse again when I was 15 years old. I experienced domestic violence relationships throughout my adulthood, all through my adulthood. And around the age of 25, this caused me to have a drug problem, which took over my life for 5 years. And then when I actually sobered up, I got whisked off my feet by a man who I thought was my knight in shining armour. He moved me and my children 6 miles away into a country house, and we lived there, and I was the happiest girl in the world. And 4 months into that relationship, unfortunately, he developed a drink problem, he got aggressive, and it was the worst violent relationship that I'd ever actually experienced. This caused me so much stress that I had a stroke at the age of 31, and I was paralysed on my right hand side for 2 months. I couldn't move properly, and this was a big wake-up call for me. So I moved 6 miles away with my children to a new house. Even though I was paralysed, I got my family to help me and moved away. And started life again with my 2 children, and we had just moved into our new home, and we was moving in, settling in, and it had been 4 weeks, and then I had a phone call, and it was a phone call from the police, and my daughter had been raped, and she was 14 years old, and I had to go and collect her because of the state that she was in. And so this completely teared us apart, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of it teared us completely apart. I didn't know where to go. I was emotionally a mess. I'd hit concrete bottom again, and my first thought was to drink. That was what came into my mind. I was sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the wall one day, and I thought to myself, I'm just going to drink. I don't want to drink, but you know, I had that. Well, my life was a mess. I didn't want. I'm not going to go down now. It started unpacking my boxes that I just moved into my new house, and I was in my bedroom and I started unpacking the boxes, even though it's midnight. But it was either that or drinking. So I started unpacking the boxes, and then staring at me at the bottom of the box was a book that completely changed my life, that completely changed who I am today. And that's why I sit before you as a founder of a global campaign, which is now known in 6 countries, which has a team of ambassadors. Some of them are sat right before you now. And my life is completely changed. I'm a life coach. I've written a program which changes domestic violence survivors' lives. There is women on this program now who are completely changed. It is unbelievable. And from this book, I learned that there was a film called Secret, so I watched the film, and then The Secret led me to Jack Canfield, who is a multi-million-pound author and speaker and author of the Soul book. So I became Jack's student. After becoming Jack's student, I finished that program, and then I went on to doing Lisa Nichols' program. I finished Lisa Nichols' program, and then I continued to do 2 more programs after that, and then that turned me into who I am today. I quit my job as being a childminder. I was a childminder for 10 years, and I quit that, and I re-qualified as a life coach, and this is only 18 months. I re-qualified as a life coach, and then I wrote a program, and then I set up my life coaching business, and I am who I am today. So it's been one hell of a journey, and it's only been 18 months, but I do want to stress to you, everybody that sits in the audience today, don't let your dreams die with you. Be whatever you want to be. You can do it, and if you connect with yourself, you can be the things that you can accomplish in life is truly amazing. I've done it, I'm living proof of it, and you know, it can come true. Your life can come true. If you are willing to do it, and you are willing to put in the work to change your thoughts, which change your beliefs, which then change your life completely, you can become anything that you want to become. Don't listen to the outside world saying that you can't do this and you can't do that because it is rubbish. You can become whatever you want to be. It's possible. I've done it. I'm living it every day, and I'm changing lives now.
Thank you, thank you. So the Freedom and Empowerment Campaign is in 6 different countries now.
Sorry, say that again?
The Freedom and Empowerment Campaign is in 6 different countries now. Which countries are those?
Well, the Freedom and Empowerment Campaign first started out as a support page because it was going back to when my daughter was raped, and I had to go to a rape centre to have Emily's health checks and to have her interviewed. And I sat in a rape centre in the middle of this town, and there must have been about 20 women within this waiting room waiting to see the consultant. All of them 20 women staring at the floor, looking like their life had just been completely took away from them. They looked shattered, they looked mentally exhausted, and this just set in my mind as I saw them, and then I saw my daughter's face being one of them, and then my daughter saw the face of the other women, and something just snapped. I thought, this can't go on. How can all these women in this room feel so bad just because of one person has done this to their life? It's not acceptable. Nobody should be bullied. Nobody should be put down, and nobody should be left to look at the floor. It's not acceptable. Women should be powerful within themselves. They should love themselves, and they should have high self-confidence and self-esteem. To look at a room full of women who've been put down that much, it enraged me, it infuriated me, and this is the scene that stays in my mind today as I am going further and faster with this campaign and with the life coaching business, because I don't want this. I don't want women to feel like that. Nobody should have to feel that down and that insecure and that rubbish from somebody who's treated them like that. It's not acceptable. So something just burst inside me. I thought, no more. I'm going to start a campaign. I'm going to make it a non-profit, and then as we go from the non-profit, I am going to build apartment blocks in every country that I can make. And in these apartment blocks, we will take people from the safe houses. We will be a person after the safe house, where this person can live an independent life with their children, and then we will put life coaching in with that, and we will produce these women from our non-profit who will become successful women who will go on to take over the world or do whatever they want to do. And I don't care if it takes me 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. I will do it. And I am going to do it because it is needed in this world. There is nothing like that in the world. These poor women get shoved in the safe house, and then 2 years later they're expected to leave. Where do they go? What do they do? They haven't got a clue. So we are going to take them in. We're going to give them their own apartment. We're going to give them the life coaching they need, and we're going to turn them into successful women, send them out into the world so that they can produce more of the world things to make more of the world better and make them become who they should be. And also, we're going to educate the younger generation, because at the end of the day, we need to help at the end with these women who have been abused, and we need to help at the beginning where we educate the younger generation in the first place so they know about loving relationships. So we will take it from the beginning, where we will educate them, and we will take it at the end where we can make it better. So somewhere along the line we will reduce numbers, because at the end of the day you are never going to stop domestic violence. It's always going to be there. But what you can do is provide a service where you can lessen it at the beginning by education, and at the end be something that people can look upon, that people can go to, so that you can make their lives better.